Alrighty. I think we'll just jump into this one. So this was one that this Lake Haven Chrysalis obviously is what this one's called. I saw it the other day on Steam. It was really cheap. It's basically a prologue to the developer's larger game. I've seen nothing about it. Basically, it looked neat. So I figured, why not use my platform to spread the word, you know. So might as well jump into it. See if it's any good. Well, it ought to be good, right? It ought to be good. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. What happens? I don't think it's meant to be very long. The words he used to explain the case were so usual in my line of work. A woman in her late 20s, last seen a few weeks ago, but this time something was off. I felt it in my bones. I wouldn't be coming home tonight. Did I ever play Deadly Premonition? You've probably heard me say this far too much, but yes, I have, but I haven't finished it. Another one of those ones I picked up but put down. We're getting some serious Silent Hill 2 soundtracks going on. Yeah, I was really enjoying it, but I think I ran into this jankiness. Um, it's a really easy game to love, right? I heard the second game is too janky, but yeah, it should be a game that I return to. It's still on my list of backlog things to finish, even though I have played a bit of it and really loved what I did play. But yeah, I just happened to one of those ones I put down, didn't pick back up. Okay, got a classic stuff going on here. So tab is inventory. Played it for my friend who just did not understand the humority of it. Just stared blankly like I was insane. Nice. That's almost the intended reaction that you want, right? Yeah. Okay. I probably should do is figure out how to ready my gun. I suspect I'm gonna need that. Hang on, controls. Um, Keyboard. Right shift is aim, and E is shoot. Okay. Turn it off after the old woman in the hotel with the long table scene. He was infuriated by the terrible sound design. I love that scene. That was a scene I'm like, damn, I'm really into this game. I don't know why either. You too, I'm glad, yeah. There's just something about it, you're like, damn, this is real. I like this a lot. It's just the charm. Looks like it hasn't been driven in a while. Okay. Yeah, just to double check, but yes. Okay. Whistling music somehow way over the dialogue was like, yeah, this is amazing. Exactly, yeah. That's just classic, just so awkward yet so beautiful. Mailbox is stuffed with unopened mail. September 22nd, 1988. Letters from Marianne. Uh, Maria Ann? Dear Eleanor, I am writing this letter because I don't know what else to do. You didn't respond to any of my phone calls. Are you alright? I heard about what happened between you and James, and while I know it's difficult to cope in these kinds of situations, locking yourself away is the worst thing you can do, dearie. Your mother loved the charm, and to this day asked me, right, Zach, that's awesome. That's really cool. So we got James. It's obviously it's laying on the Silent Hill references pretty hard and fast here. Obviously, Silent Hill inspired. Not that's going to be a bad thing for me, but um, yes, yeah, the Silent Hill One font as well. Yes, that's an excellent point, and the same kind of uh, pre-rendered image laying over the text to sort of indicate, oh, this is what you're reading this is what it looks like. You're reading a letter. You know, I always like that. It sort of grounds you in the world a bit more in the way that the older graphics weren't able to do. I would drive over to check on you in person, but my hips have still not quite recovered from the op. You're always welcome here, though, Eleanor. You know that. Your friend Marianne. Dear Eleanor, it's been 2 weeks since I sent you my letter. I'm really concerned about you. Please give me a sign that you're okay. Your friend Marianne. October 3rd, 1988. Dear Eleanor, I really don't want to do this, but if I don't hear from you soon, I'll have to contact the police. Your friend Marianne. Wait, so how long between these? 2 weeks since, right. So some time has elapsed there. Okay. Interesting. We'll try the door first. Front door is locked, as is typical in these kinds of situations. Windows are very dirty, it's hard to see what's in there, but I can hear a voice emanating from inside. So there's either someone in there or there's a radio on. If your police job takes you to a house like this in the dead of night, simply quit. Yeah, I was about to say, actually, I was like, at least he's got kind of a justification for being there. He's not like some random like civilian. At least he's come armed with a gun, but he's still coming there in the dead of night. You know, it's an odd decision. Another letter. You will be murdered. Exactly. It's not a good situation. Dear Eleanor, I can't take it. So this is from James. James's letter. I can't take it anymore. Last night I could hardly recognize you. You are not the woman I met at college. You are not the woman I fell for. You are not the woman I married. Doing police work during the day, terribly overrated. Yeah, this guy is he's obviously he's in it for the danger element. You're not the woman I married. I know you've had a rough few months, but so have I. Right now I have to look after myself because I sense some terrible purpose behind your gaze, and I fear for my safety. Please forgive me for leaving you here. With love, James. So you just so you think she's possessed? You think she's possessed or something, or that she's having mental health problems? I fear for my safety. Please forgive me for leaving you here. What a I've not met the guy, but seems like kind of a dick move from what we know so far. There's a trapdoor to the basement, bound by heavy chains. Padlock is securing the chains. Blow it up with your gun. No, that won't work. I already know that won't work. Guess we'll wander into the overgrown back paddock and inspect the barn. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Nice sweeping camera angle shot to indicate that something might be watching us. This is the entrance for cows. I do not belong to that demographic. I quite like that. That's very cute. He insists. He's like, no, I am not comparing myself to a cow. Too dark over there. I can barely see in here. This police officer might be slightly suicidal, but he's got standards. All right, he might have gone to this dangerous barn in the middle of the night. Wonder where the animals went. But he's not going in through the cow entrance. He's got that going for him. It's a needle. Nothing special about it. It was like finding a needle in a... Nah, forget it. Will you bother taking the ordinary needle? Yes, absolutely. Why wouldn't I? We found a needle in a haystack. That's an accomplishment, always. Climb the ladder. I'm a bit disappointed we can't take any of the pitchforks. This kind of didn't really seem interested in them. Okay. I like the way the game looks. It's a really effective recreation of the Silent Hill aesthetic. Oh, there's a book here. Okay. Someone's book up in the barn attic. It's an old-looking book called The Golden Arrow. Will you take the book? Yes, I will. Can I read the book? Inspect. What's this? You got the dried poppy? Everyone keeps the Necronomicon and the cow biome. Silly cop, yeah. Should have known that. All of the pages are blank. So it was... Maybe it wasn't the Necronomicon, it was just their poppy storing device. Tab out. Okay. Not sure what I'm going to need the poppy for, but we'll see, I suppose. Something satisfying about the audio design as well. His footsteps sound quite convincingly real. Oh no. Just making sure I still got the controls on hand. I'm not sure what else shovel? Looks like it's seen better days. But still, I can dig it. Oh, come on. I liked your crack about the cows before, but you're bringing yourself down with that shovel remark. And you were too good for the needle in the haystack thing, but I can dig it. Come on. Got better material than that, buddy. I know you do. I can. Oh. Did you hear that as well? As dun 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 dun. Don't want to get mud all over my good shoes. I think that's just the music, but it's really cool. The door is broken. Can't go into the silo. A nice low drum. Feels very good. Ooh, what the heck? A tiny little guy. Neat. Okay. This game's got a sense of humor, obviously. I like that. Not taking itself too seriously. This guy read the Bachelor's dialogue. Yeah. Neat. Whoa. Okay. Was there something to dig up? Yes, there was in here. Tab. I guess the only thing... I mean, maybe we'll need the book and the poppy later, but... I was thinking the only thing... Hey! Welcome back, Ferret. How you doing? Shovel's handle came loose. Got the shovel handle. And a key. What's that? What do you think it is? It's a simple small key. Will you take the small key? Absolutely. Okay. So yeah, ferret clip. We've not got very far at all. Just entering this spooky house that can't use that here. Or do I have to look at the thing first? Bound by heavy chains. Padlock is securing the chains. Can't use it here either. I do like how you can actually go in and inspect the item, even though this is a fairly two-dimensional key for the most part. I do like that sense of detail there. But that's the wrong... It doesn't want me to use it there? We'll go and inspect the well. I don't think I looked at the well before. Oh no, there's a ladder in the well. This might be where we need to go. Old ladder leading down the well. Descend the ladder? Yes, absolutely. Okay, there's a note down the well. Because of course there is. Looks like a diary entry. Like someone's methodically leaving these diary entries around the place. It's nice. February 7th, 1985. Dear Diary, last night I had the most frightening dream. I was lost in a large hall with giant stone columns set upon an ever-expanding marble floor with a chessboard pattern. There were 4 men standing in front of me, taunting me, laughing at me, telling me I won't be the same person afterwards. What did they mean? 3 of them had their faces covered with strange tendrils and flowers. The 4th man's face was also obscured, but somehow he felt different to the others. No worries. Like, thank you for even just popping in to say hi. Yeah, it means a lot. Great to see you again. And I've not played Chrysalis yet, but very soon I plan to play that next week. The 4th man's face was also obscured, but somehow he felt different to the others. Somehow I felt empathy from him. All I could think about is how I wanted him to just turn around and tell me everything would be okay, but he seemed to be looking for someone else. Okay, it's a very odd, specific dream. Dear Diary, I am so tired. The creeps from my dreams refuse to let me sleep. Every time I'm about to drift off, one of them appears, whispering thoughts in my ear that I dare not write down lest I make these abominable things real. Interesting that he says every time I'm, and that I, he refuses to capitalize, but he's still got pretty good grammar for the rest of it. I don't want to tell James what's happening to me. As kind as he is, what man would stay with someone broken as I? Well, that's depressing. But also, as we know now, James is he's kind of a sucky partner if he just abandons you to your obvious psychosis and just like, nah, I fear for my own safety. See you later. Terrible move. Cavern is blocked by some heavy stone doors. Looks like there's a space to put something in one of the doors, right? Resident Evil 7. The bull puzzle. Well, I say puzzle. You just get it after you fight Jack in the garage, but it's like a reference there. And this reminds me of the haunting ground section. After you're in the garden, you're sort of in the maze of corridors, and you've got to boss that golem around. Same kind of environment. Judging by the bloodstain, it appears to be a sacrificial altar. A large stone plate depicting a chimera, or chimera, depending on whether you've played Pathologic or not, is fixed to the wall behind it. Key is resting on the altar. Holy cow, I haven't heard that game's name in a hot minute. You talking about Haunting Ground? Yeah, it's a favourite of mine. It's another one of those weird ones that has the message of like isn't objectification of women as sex objects and sort of objects only for sort of man's pleasure and procreation. A game that almost like, and the story feels critical of the male gaze and all that kind of thing, but the game itself isn't. I don't know. It's a good game. It's a fun horror game. I always found that slightly uncomfortable about it. There's a relief in the wall. It looks like something can be set here. But otherwise, I do think it's a huge shame that the game has been lost to time, and it's one of the most expensive PS2 games. I think, in terms of horror, I think the only two horror games on the PS2 that are more expensive are Kuon, which was made by From Software, and Rule of Rose. I think Rule of Rose is the most expensive by far, perhaps even the most expensive PS2 game that wasn't like a special edition or something. Yeah. So maybe we'll go back up here and we'll try this ornate key on the padlock. But it's a shame. It's another one of those, like digital archival projects. Went to that game a lot growing up. Always scared me despite its simple structure and AI. It's really simple but really effective. It captures the actual feeling of being pursued really well. Can't use that here either. Beautifully crafted old iron key. Okay. I would have thought we could use it on this. Bound by heavy chains. Padlock is securing the chains. Well, we'll have a look elsewhere. We'll see if we missed anything. Can't go around this side of the house. Okay. Front door? The castle scared me more than monsters. The amount of traps was impressive. Yeah, there's some ingenious traps, and the way that you have to use Huey, the dog, is really effective too. Okay, we're inside. Someone not looking so flash, I assume. Looks like I was too late. By my estimates, she's been here for over a week. She appears to have suffered several lacerations, although the ultimate cause of death remains unclear. I should search the area for clues. I'll get to the bottom of this. You're not gonna call for backup? Call for backup? There's a homicide. Someone's dead in their living room. Nature documentary is playing. I like that touch, the inclusion of real world but grainy footage. Okay. Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, grandfather clock. Do you think this will be what we use the small key for or something? The hands are missing. Okay, no. So we need to find some clock hands, put them in. Table is still set for dinner. What happened here? Well, her husband didn't help. I'm loving the same. It's cool, really cool so far. It's really cheap too. It's meant to be a prologue to a full game. Dear Diary, I told James everything today. Wasn't able to keep it secret anymore. I can't even remember the last time I slept. Over the last few weeks, he has shown much concern for me. He says I am looking pale and I have not been acting myself. I have tried to get him to understand the glimpses of truth that I have witnessed. but he just looks at me like I'm crazy. He even asked if I was on drugs. He doesn't know me at all. I have to sleep, but how many more times will I be safe to enter my dreams until they finally get me? January 5th, 1986. Dear Diary, I'm feeling much better since the doctor prescribed me the antipsychotic medication. He says I'm not psychotic, he just gave me them off-label, for sleeping. When I take them, I am knocked unconscious within an hour, and I evade the dreams entirely. It's so relieving to wake up in the morning, even if my limbs feel as though they're weighed down by sandbags. I can live again. Okay, so something didn't work out there. A rusty key. Well, this one must be for the padlock, surely. Dark outside, can barely see anything. Okay. I really like the effect of the nature documentary playing in the background. It's really nice. Some kind of slimy old meat. It adds to the character of the house. Don't recognize its source. Maybe I should take it as evidence. Should I take the rotten flesh? Yeah. Put that in your pockets. That's a good idea. I just can't believe what the husband left, the psychiatrist or the doctor the drugs prescribed. The only person who cared for her was the person who called me, who was her friend. Everyone else is just like, nah, she'll be fine. Okay. Can we inspect any of these paintings? It's a painting of a valley of poppies. Well, we've got a... Maybe this has something to do with the poppy I found. Well, you read my mind. Aha, there's a small button on the frame. Push the button? Absolutely. There's a secret compartment behind the painting. All those years of blindly poking at buttons are finally paying off. Yes, they are, my friend. It's a key. It feels good in my hand. Will you take the iron key? So I presume he means it's got a nice weight to it. That's cool. Light bulb is missing. It's so dark in here I can barely see anything. So we'll need to bring a light bulb up, I assume. Oops, didn't mean to do that again. I was trying to look at the chair. What a cozy place to sit down and read a thrilling book. And what I always liked about these older horror games is how many items that you could interact with, and you could get a prompt from the character to sort of contextualize the world and how they think about it. Which is what I'm loving about this one as well. In particular, it's really cool that you can sort of go up to almost every object and he'll say something about it, even if the jokes that he pitches are sort of nice and dorky, a bit lame, which I like. It gives him character too. Doorknob is missing. There's no way to enter. Okay, and something slimy oozing out of that. So you'd think at this point you'd be like, what the hell is that? I'm calling in. I don't know who I'm calling in, but like fumigation team. I don't know. February 4th, 1987. There's someone else in the house besides me. I thought that James had come home early from visiting his sister in Lake Haven, but there's no sign of his car, so it can't be him. Notice the capitalization there. We've got to wonder if that's deliberate. I keep hearing an unsettling sound coming from the attic. It sounds like a mixture of whispering and slithering, which must be what we're hearing right now. I finally mustered the courage... It's the same one. I finally mustered the courage to investigate the attic. To my surprise, there wasn't a single living soul in sight. But my eyes must have betrayed me, as I could still hear this incessant whispering as though it's being spoken through my bones. Okay, so we got something pretty nasty going on here. Can't look in the cabinet. Can we look in here? Bathroom. Oh, you can see its reflection in the mirror. Bathroom hasn't been cleaned for a long time. Well, there's a couple of other problems, but you just point out the cleanliness of it, I suppose. Some boards nailed to the wall. And I thought I was bad at DIY. Can relate. I can see something shiny in there. I don't want to leave behind anything incriminating. Wait, when he looks at the toilet, I don't want to leave behind anything incriminating. I see. Interesting remark. Can I smash it with... This probably won't work. Can't use that here, no. I was wondering if he'd want to smash the planks open with the handle of the shovel, but I guess the shovel was already so broken that he probably wouldn't do anything. Just an ordinary shower. Okay, so we know we need to find a tool to break that open. And we have another key, so we'll try and go down to the basement and use the rusty key there. And we need to find a light bulb, which I assume there'll be a puzzle to solve with the paintings up there. This character is more likable than the character in Amnesia Rebirth, my hot take. Yeah, I like him a lot. He feels He feels a lot more human just with his use of humor. Um, he's got like this kind of dorky personality. Slightly more endearing. Not that I still actually quite like Tassie as a character in Rebirth. It's the rest of the story surrounding her that I'm not a huge fan of. She deserved better. You used the rusty key. But yeah, this guy is just sort of eminently likable. Okay, that doesn't look foreboding at all. So down we go. Alright, and some kind of weird passageway. It's a toolbox. It's locked. Can I use my... What would it be, the small key? Use the small key. Hooray! Oh, that's a satisfying noise. The crowbar. So that will be used um, to open the planks up in the bathroom. There's a heavy metal door. Has a keyhole. Underneath the keyhole is another tiny hole. Underneath the keyhole is another tiny hole. Where is it? We'll try this. Use the needle. Oh, that did something. Something tells me I won't find anything useful for the case here. Nevertheless, this place might be worth a look. Oh, you bastards. Anyone else recognize this? This is awesome. The dresser is very dirty. Someone picked the phone, but never hung up. Eerie. You can tell I've been playing a lot of PT lately. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of PT. I instantly recognized what they're going for as soon as I stepped up to that window. Wow, it's a radio player. I wonder if there's anything good on. Just the frequency. Yes, absolutely. Nothing but white noise. Can we get the broadcast? Can we get the PT broadcast? We got something there, didn't we? What is this? Fucking hell, I wasn't expecting this. How cool! Is this really happening? I feel like I know this place, like a distant memory. Mary. Could you really be in this town? Holy crap. It's not fair to to tug at my nostalgia this way. Just to earn themselves a completely biased you should play on my website. The trunk is shut. I can sense some weird smell coming out of it. What's in there? And that speaks to Masahiro Ito's, I think, confirmation on Twitter that he said that Mary was in fact in the trunk the whole time. Who owns this car? Someone nearby? No one, I assume. It's not left the door open, James. Wow. Anyone else finding this really cool? Or is it just me with a bit of a smile on my face? Road is closed. I can barely see anything. It's so foggy here. Wait, there are stairs leading down to a forest. Never been here, but this place feels so oddly familiar. I assume he doesn't want to go any further? No, he doesn't want to go any further. This is pretty awesome, yeah. What a love letter. This must surely be how you do a love letter um, to your game of inspiration. Um, Wow. And I assume we can't go the other way. I assume this is sort of all there is to it. But wow. I know we can go a little bit around these barriers for some reason. But I love this camera angle too. Guess there's nothing else to see here, but man, how neat. How neat is that? You know what? Yeah, I need to get into 3D modeling. I got games. I got games to make. Ideas. Just need to figure out how to 3D model, and then I'll be set. I think. Door is broken. Wow. Okay. Can't go, and I assume can't sort of go into the bathroom either. Oh no, we can go into the. Oh wait, I'm stupid. Just came out of there. All right. Anyway, back to the case. I assume the case is probably more important. The clock stopped at 23:59. Where am I? Wow. Okay. Anyway, let's go back and get that other key. Now that we've got the crowbar. Cool stuff. Really cool stuff. Okay. What I like about it is that it wasn't. I mean, if you've played the games, obviously it's obvious what it is, but it wasn't overt or anything. It was just a nice little touch, a way to revisit a particular environment. Or there's a door beneath the stairs, which I haven't tried yet either, but I'll get this first. Okay, so we haven't had to fight anyone yet either. I'm wondering whether the gun will actually come in use in this sort of prologue or not. The sound is very satisfying too. They've done a very good job. The boards are removed now. Cool. It's a key. The top is shaped like a crescent moon. We take the crescent moon key. Yes. So we're getting some Resident Evil in here too. Original Resident Evil with a shaped and themed keys. I like that a lot too. Okay, so we still need a light bulb. Maybe we needed the key to get in down here anyway, because we're amassing quite a collection here. Let's see. The nature documentary is unbelievably still going. I should probably check if it's actually locked yet. Okay, so it is locked. Heavy iron key, can't use that. Did I have first Resident Evil for the first time right now? Oh, awesome! It's wonderful. It's I know a lot of people think it's yeah. No, I know what you mean. It's amazing. A lot of people don't like it, and I think I used to be a really big advocate for the ink ribbon thing. I don't think ink ribbons work as well as they were supposed to on reflection. But overall, the whole game gives off this awesome vibe. I haven't actually played. The only one I've played was the 2002 GameCube uh, GameCube sort of remake. And I've not played through the entirety of the PS1 original. I sort of played through about half of it, and have yet to pick that one back up either. But if you can somehow, I think that's actually being offered now on the PS4. I think you can get that on PS4 now. If you were keen, or if that's the one you're playing, you can revisit on PS4 and PS5 the original from I think 1996, which is really worthwhile to see exactly where the genre crystallized for the first time and where survival horror actually originated and sort of what's been improved and what's actually stayed the same. Yeah. Seems to be a makeshift shrine of sorts. Only one of the verses is still legible. Read the verse? Yes, absolutely. Mark 1 9 11. At the time, Jesus came from Nazareth in Galilee and was baptized by John in the Jordan. So we managed to get this far without playing a single Resident Evil game, so I got some catching up to do. Oh, nice. You got some pretty great games ahead of you. A couple of not so great ones, but So my favorites definitely Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 7, and I loved Village as well, um, and the Resident Evil 2 remake I didn't like as much as everyone else for whatever reason, but it's still a really good game. The 3 remake um, is good, but it's a bit short. Anyway, you know, you've got a lot to look forward to. Yeah, I look forward to hearing your thoughts in future, especially about Resident Evil 7, because I think that game's just astounding. Where was I? I was reading scripture. He saw heaven being torn open and the Spirit descending on him like a dove, and a voice came from heaven: "You are my son, whom I love. With you I am well pleased." Okay, we've got a thing here. It's a heavy stone plate embossed with the depiction of an archer. Will you take the archer plate? Yes, you got the archer plate. Okay. Yeah, I think there's a couple I still haven't played. I haven't played Resident Evil Revelations, and I actually still haven't managed to get to Code Veronica yet. Um, and I wasn't a big fan of Resident Evil Zero. I have a deep fear of finding a snake in one of these. Okay. I wonder how long I could sit and watch this. Maybe, yeah, that could be my pre-stream ritual. Just sit there, watch this nature documentary, just go on and on. So we want to go back down the well now, I assume, and drop off this stone placard that we found. Is that where we want to put this, or does that go somewhere else? Archer plate. Oh no, it was on. It would have been one of the ones. Was it down the corridor? Down here in this room, like the old crackling flame there. Yes. So one of these ones. But we need both, obviously. Use the archer plate. Fits in the relief. What a relief. Very funny. Okay, we just needed one then? That's interesting. It's a light bulb. You take the light bulb. Yes. You got the light bulb. Okay. It's a really interesting place to store your light bulbs, but, you know, in some sort of ancient demon shrine, but to each their own, I suppose. Anti-theft and whatnot. Make sure that the kids can't reach it and break them by accident, I suppose. Okay. What keys do I still have, actually? The heavy iron key. Maybe I should try that downstairs, too. I don't think I actually tried that. We just tried the needle. So we're going to run back down to the basement and try that. Can't use that. Oops. Okay. So neither of those, that's fine. So I guess we'll do this light bulb. I assume there'll be some wee painting puzzle to figure out. The sound design, I'm actually really impressed with it. Every environment sounds as you'd expect it to sound. This space in here in particular is nostalgic in a really weird way. Yeah. Like even just the detail paid to the way that the light flickers from the television on the ceiling and the floor. I'm just a fan of that kind of subtlety and attention to detail. Okay, let's we'll pop the bulb in. At least our character hasn't put the gun away or anything. He's got his priorities straight, I suppose. Oh, okay. We can go into the attic. Hatch in the ceiling, pull the cord, yes. Oh, damn it. The pull cord snapped. Either I'm stronger than I thought, or this is a pretty flimsy pull cord. Okay, so I guess the pull cord is broken. If only there was some way to reach the hatch. What I did want to do, I wanted to look at the other paintings. I don't know if he's going to have anything to say about them, though. I sort of presumed that would be that, but... what do I have? Is there a purpose to the dried poppy and the rotten flesh? Can't reach up and smash it with the crowbar. You just want to pick up the... Okay. Is there anything else? No doorknob. Oh. It's a crescent moon engraved on the doorknob. I didn't notice that one before either. Go in here. Oh, this is nice music. It's obviously, we've got a Christian household, obviously, if the Psalms weren't visible before. Painting depicts the baptism of Jesus by John. So we got a 60, a 40, and I think that's meant to be a 15. Painted some numbers over it. I'm not exactly an art critic. Probably looked better before the new editions. Okay. So it'll probably have something to do with the psalm we read before, right? Or the bit of scripture we read before. I don't think it was a psalm. People of the village looked on in terror as the beast's hideous visage crested the mound of rocks to the east. A wretched screech was enough to make all the king's men take flight, all bar one, that is. The valiant archer drew his bow in defiance and unleashed a devastating bolt of iron and oak that ripped through the chimera's heart with an absolute divine authority. Okay. So we're getting some archer themes here. What are the chances that, yeah, we're going to have to face a chimera-like being? Damn, I look tired. Maybe I should take a break. Maybe you should have slept before you came all the way out here in the middle of the night. No clothes in the wardrobe. Was she planning to leave? Either that or James stole the clothes. This could be useful. It's an old hook. Wonder what it was used for. Will you take the hook? Yes. I need the hook to open the attic, I presume. The tea is warm. Coffee. Steaming cup of coffee is resting on the table. The rich taste of coffee always helps me relax. Save progress. Ah, okay, yeah, nice. So that's a safe room, I guess. Progress saved. I was wondering for a second, like, aren't you concerned that there's just a steaming cup of coffee in this abandoned house with a dead woman downstairs? But no, he's like, nah. Help me recover. I'm really loving this. I'm glad I picked this game up. There are some diary pages lying on the drawer. April 7th, 1997. James came back from his business trip today. Something seems off with him, but I can't put my finger on it. His eyes. Have they always been green? What is he keeping from me? July 9th, 1997. They are real. The three men are real. Why is James lying to me, telling me that I'm delusional? Last night, one of them was looming over me while we were in bed. I felt his hideous presence within 2 feet of me, and James still had the nerve to tell me it was all in my head. Probably sleep paralysis, he said. I don't want this to start all over again. So she'd finally got her life back on track. She finally was defeating the demons. But they found another way to get to her, obviously, and it's not helping that James is being incredibly dismissive. I probably need to come back up here again anyway, and because I really like the music, but... So we got 60, 40, and 15. What are the chances that's... I think that'll be minutes and hours and seconds or something? We'll see, I suppose. Okay, so we use the hook on the ceiling here. So we know that she could hear something coming from the attic specifically. Still can't quite reach it. We can combine with this. Attach the handle to the hook. Hook with handle. Not so good with DIY, you know that. He was just being humble. Here we go. That did the trick. Up we go. She sure liked these rugs. Here's a tiny guy again. Isn't it? Yeah. A diary entry. Looks like it was hastily written. That's a really nice camera shot there of the grainy moon hanging in the sky. I really like that. Really evocative image. February 10th, 1987. The voices are getting louder, and the way they rattle my bones becomes more and more unbearable by the day. I told James to follow me to the attic, but he said that he couldn't hear anything. He must be deaf not to hear such a cacophony. Either that, or he's lying to me. Okay. Oh no, so you've got that vault, so 60, 40, 15, isn't it? Hold safe. Looks pretty solid display stage. Turn the dial, yes. What do we... So... 60. Oh, no, okay. Right. So maybe I just have to trust that it's clicking each time. So 60, 40, 15. This might take a while. 60, and then turn the other way. Can't hold it down, can I? No, I've got to mash the keyboard. It's a long way to turn. 40. And then it was... We thought it was 15. Or I thought it was 15. Won't budge. Okay. I feel like I got the right idea. I might just be doing it in the wrong order. Let's have a look. Back downstairs. There's the same painting. She got 2 copies of the same painting there. But she just decided to draw on one of them, I guess. So I'll go back down and have a look. See if there's something obvious about it that I missed. $60. Yeah, 60, 40, and that is 15, right? It's not a 75. I guess it's... Where does it want me to start? Does it want me to start at 15, go to 40, and then go to 60? Do I want to try the other way? 15, 40, 60, I guess? We'll try that. I'm not actually sure whether I should be pressing... Because pressing E didn't lock it in. It made him attempt to try and open it. But that's alright. We'll try this way. Alt safe. Yes. So 15. Turn the other way back around to 40. My god. This is slightly painful, I gotta admit. 40. Especially if it doesn't work. 40. And then to 60. Alright, it was that way, awesome. I was worried there, I wasn't sure what I was going to try next. There's a loose page in here. Loose page number 2. As the creature writhed and squirmed in a pool of its own blood, the archer raised both of his hands directly above him and exclaimed, "This is thy time, foul beast. Thy flesh thou shalt forfeit for the breadth of your sins." It was midnight when the final blow fell upon the beast. Its flesh was placed on an altar, and only then was the chimera's limp body set in its final resting place. Looks like a loose page from a book. Take the loose page, yes. We also want to take the Chimera plate. But a scripture you found before told you the order, by the way. You're right. You're right. I should have recognized that. Thanks. Thanks for clarifying that. I just wasn't paying enough attention. Okay, so we'll go back down and put the Chimera plate in the other spare bit. What's on TV right now? Focus on fire prevention. Smoky. Nice. Just as long as it's not foreshadowing that the house and all the evidence is about to be set on fire, then that's fine. I really like that drum beat. Feels like something is watching or following you. Something really old. Powerful. Go down here. We know where we're going now, theoretically. Yep. So I assume... So we got another Chimera plate, a bigger Chimera plate. Guess we just needed both of them. Use the Chimera plate. So the fusion of lion, goat, lion, goat, snake. Maybe I'm missing something. Hold on to this for now. We've all been there, he says. Can I take this back? No. Yeah, looking at the safe almost sounded like there was a footstep behind you. Yeah, pretty unnerving. Yeah, it's really cool. Depicting the Chimera. Is there another relief in here? What else do I have that I haven't tried? So I got a key. But we can't take this relief back out unless do we want to like pry it out with the crowbar? No. So we can't take it back out. Although it's... What was this one telling me? Of iron and oak that rips through the Chimera's heart. So is this telling me a hint? Oh, do I have to... On the altar, do I have to put the meat down and then try and spear it with my hook? Oh no, it was just after the sacrifice, I guess. A pair of gold-tipped clock hands. You take the clock hands? Absolutely, I will. Okay. I assume... I mean, we can try again. I assume I won't do anything still. Nothing happened. Guess you've all been there. Maybe I'm missing something. I put it in, but nothing happened. Let's go back this way. And we're gonna solve the... Was there a hint to the clock? I guess we can just have a go at it. If not, I'll just reread those old pages again and see. Use the clock hands. It's a grandfather clock. The hands are in place now. Set the time. Yes.
The forest is full of riches.
I don't know what I was expecting to happen. Wait. I need to.
The forest is full of riches, and the riches of the forest.
Doesn't it just have a weird homely feel to it? Wait, what was the time? There was a time on the clock upstairs, wasn't there, or something? I don't know if that was the clue, but... Good one to look and see if maybe I have to set it to the same time. 3:45. Okay. We'll have a go at that. Set it to the actual time, I suppose, would please the Eldritch deity. Oops. Yes. Wanna try that? Nothing happened. Okay. Was there a... No. Keep pressing the wrong one. Let's see. Both of his hands directly above him. It was midnight, so just set it to midnight. Okay. Yes, I do want to set the time. So, both his hands directly above him at midnight. I love just a really simple thing, but I love how deliberate it feels. Oh, that was a loud bell.
Now, in the night, the creatures of the forest come forth to seek their food.
Oh yeah.
Must put them in his song.
That's a good sign.
One night a meal may be lost. Another dawn may bring another chance to live.
Okay. So, I'm guessing that was a nice hint that something might be after us now. Didn't deserve this, no.
Though hunger comes, and death, the life the forest is grows ripe in the gold of summer.
You know, I feel like I just want to sit around and watch this old documentary for no reason. Um, did that do anything else other than set off the bell? Do you think maybe now I've got to put the Chimera placard in place? I'll try put the carving of the Chimera down there now. It's funny how I think it should be pronounced Chimera now. If there's an achievement for watching the TV for a certain amount of time, so would I. I don't actually think this sort of prologue one has achievements, but if they include it in the full game, I would absolutely love that. Just to like lounge around and watch the documentary with the dead person you're actually trying to avenge. Use the Chimera plate. Okay, this time it should work because we're at the right time. What is that? It's a doorknob. Somewhere out there's a door missing this. Kind of sad if you think about it. You got the doorknob. Yeah, how melancholy. But you know what door is missing the knob? It's the creepy door with all the ooze coming out of it. Exactly the kind of door that I'm going to force you to run all the way back up. This guy's such a champ. He is, isn't he? He's just taking everything in his stride. And he's clearly, showing concern for beings. Rotten flesh on a table and is still cracking jokes. Threw rotten flesh on a table, which caused a visible reaction as well from the previously static environment. If that was me, I'd probably be freaking out big time. Like, my sacrifice actually worked. Oh, back off! Ouch! Can I actually kill them? How many bullets did I got in this gun? Is it possible? I don't know. I'm gonna put the door... Not now! Sorry, lady. Sorry. You left me no choice. I was just trying to put the doorknob back. I was trying to fix your house up. Can I inspect her? She took 100 shots. My gun has an incredibly large magazine. Didn't have to stop and reload at all. Comedy gun, yeah. That's something I'd like to see in the main game. Just a little reloading animation. Or some more visible feedback that she was actually being remotely harmed. I was just thinking she was one of those invincible enemies, like a pyramid head kind of thing. You have to just dodge her, because she took so many shots. But okay, she's carrying something. I really like he's actually despite the fact he's shown up in the middle of the night, he's at least a decent cop. You know, he doesn't. He closes their eyes after he shot them. Dear James, I found out that you're living in your sister's house now. I'm so sorry for what I did to you. Never wanted to hurt you with the things I said. None of them were true. I love you. Please come back. I miss being here with you. Eleanor. Okay, so she was making a last-ditch effort to bring James back. Whether that was her or whatever sort of creature possessed her, I don't know. But we left a lot of blood spatters around the room. Just gonna save the game again at my cup of coffee after that. Steaming cup of coffee. Save progress, yes. I think I just found some new music that I'll listen to while I write video essays. Such a good, soothing track. Hopefully it's available somewhere. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do my classic pathologic patented method of sitting in the game and recording it myself. But hopefully there's somewhere I can actually support the composer. The doorknob is missing. There's no way to enter. Right, I need to put the doorknob on. I still didn't get a chance to do that. You use the doorknob. It fits. I should be able to use the door now. Something weird in here. Something on the ceiling? What happened here? This room is damp and moldy. I'm already starting to feel dizzy. It shouldn't stay for too long. No, indeed. Looks like a diary entry. Shouldn't stay for too long. I'm going to read this. June 2nd, 1997. I knew it. James is one of them. Why is he doing this to me? The only thing I can feel is hatred. Every time he touches me, my skin crawls. I can't bear him being here. I told him to leave. December 16th, 1987. James came back home, but this time something about him seems even more off than last time. I don't have any options left. The next passage is unreadable. It was crossed out several times after it was written down. Dug a hole in the garden. I hope it's big enough. I see. Sorry, James. I doubted you. So you left at first, and then you came back, and then you were killed for your trouble. Maybe I was too hard on the fellow. It's a large stone tablet, insignia of an angel carved into it. Will you take the angel? Yes. Anything out the window? Window is broken. Still feels like there's not even a bit of fresh air here. Shouldn't stay for too long. No, okay. Get out of here. She's still dead? Yes. She won't, theoretically, won't surprise us anywhere else, but she could still be somewhere. Or there could be others. There could be James, I suppose. Oh, she turned the TV off. Can I turn that back on? I want to watch my documentary. Who turned the TV off? I should have noticed that when I came in, shouldn't I? I was too focused on reuniting the knob with the door. Like, I'd found a worthy quest. So what I assume is going to happen is I'm going to get a key for the basement door after I put this thing in the well, on the well door. And yeah, this really emphasizes this game, how many, or how survival horror really is. Oops, am I not close enough? It really is just, in some sense, point-and-click adventure game. Requires you to combine items and at least use your brain from time to time, which is nice. The angel insignia is in place now. Now this feels very Resident Evil 1. There's a bit in Resident Evil 1 you go down a passageway exactly like this. It's exactly like this. Ooh. Got weird plant things going on. At this point, honestly, like, call in backup, mate. Call in backup. You just... A woman came back to life and tried to murder you. And you had to shoot her with like 20 bullets from your infinite gun. You're not concerned about this either? Guess to paraphrase him, I guess he digs the danger. Well, this is cool. Some ancient... Whoa. Wasn't expecting this. Wow. He is on his way to the east. She was alone, a prisoner of her rotting hollow flesh and bones. System Shock reference, that's what I was thinking of. What is this game? This game is, yeah, it's remarkable. For a long time she didn't feel anything. Until the inner circle reached out its hand to her. I'm Lewis. And suddenly she understood. She was dead, yet she lived. She went into a state of chrysalis. She did well. I'm so proud of her. He talks to us, Sam, just a coincidence. Dying is living. Look at her, she looks like Eleanor. That's impossible. Is the red meant to be my character's interjections? His thoughts? So this is... Wow, so it's also like a Silent Hill 4 reference as well, you know? She shattered into many glass pieces. The giant Eileen head in the hospital, you know? Damn. I'm invested in this game. I'm sad that I don't think it's very long. So I don't know how much longer I got left, to be honest. But when the full thing comes out, better play it. Looks like it attaches to something. You take the strange iron shape. Yes, you got the strange iron shape. Wait, what have I seen that it would attach to? I don't actually know. Can't open this door. Okay. This is funky. It's really cool. It's also, for me at least at the moment, it's not so, like, it's not relying on the references to be to be good. It's just sort of it's calling up visual iconography, but it's not like beating you around the head with, um, oh, this is this. We were inspired clearly by this game. Blah 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 blah. I think it would be a bit funny, maybe I suppose, if you were just to play this game and this was your first survival horror. But I should probably run faster. Oh crap! He's not fast enough. He's too slow. Pick up the pace, mate. Run. It's the red jam. The jam is back. It's crossed games to get me. Run. Up the. Oof. Okay, so it didn't like what it saw down there, but hopefully it just stays in the well. This this time it's scary jam, yeah. At least that jam, yeah, actually had an effect. I had no idea what was happening in Rebirth when that happened. It's like, yeah. It's that space jam. Uh, so this is like the last thing left, right? Can I combine it with this last key? Yes, the strange iron shape. Strange iron shaped key. So put that in there. Use the basement key. Damn. Yeah, like as I was saying before, I was chased by the cosmic the cosmic horror jam. Um, it seems like it would be a game that would stand on its own really effectively. That was nice. Oh, oh no! Can I shoot the help? Yes, I am. Defiant to the last. Oh, now where am I? Am I dead? My character got transposed into like a mirror world, and then the real me was frozen or something, and only the mirror one could react, or maybe it cloned me. Maybe that's what happened to Eleanor, and now I'm stuck on the other side. Um, maybe there's a fake cop wandering around now. Who would I even call? I don't know. Got God's phone number, something like that. Wow, I love this. This is a really cool space. Isn't this awesome? You can tell I've spent much too much time thinking about abstract space and video game space, but this is a really well realized liminal space. But yeah, I think this game really would stand alone. I think even if you're sort of coming at this, you had no idea what a survival horror game was. I still think you'd get something out of it. I'm not exactly sure which way I should be going. I guess that's probably the point. Something gonna appear and kill me, probably. Do you think? Or I just gotta wander these hallways forever. I don't have anything, so I can't open my inventory again. So it's sort of just main character's humor makes it seem like he's going through the other video game references for his own story, not playing the other video game stories. Yeah, yeah. So I think that's a really good point. I think a lot of games will use references as substitutes for character or for providing any sort of form of context. But this game really seems to have avoided that. Instead, it uses references in a way that builds up the actual character of this game, but make sure that it still has a distinctive quality to it. I think, yeah. Thank you for that, Future. That was a really good distinction, as Frankaloons said. Really important to keep in mind. The phone is ringing. Answer the phone. Absolutely. When the moon is bright. So maybe that wasn't my thoughts before. So this is in red too. When the moon is bright, hiding under all that might, a subtle whimper barely leaves his mouth as he struggles to breathe. Will this tale ever end? Kind of expecting one more line there, to be honest. Now something's going to come out and kill me, surely. I really like... See, that shot, that camera shot where the camera actually cracks and breaks, that's why we should still be using fixed camera angles in video games, because that was so clever, that was so effective. You don't get much cleverer than that, and the zoom out really made you feel entrenched in the environment, and with the profound realization that something was intensely wrong. I couldn't look at these statues; he didn't really seem to have anything to say to them. But what, we got a boardroom here. You're like, crap, I really should have called for backup. Glass of red wine. Missing. What do you know? He has the infinite ammo gun, yes. I assume this is Eleanor, is it? You think they're both trapped in the other world? I guess this is the other world here, or is this going to be? Is this meant to be someone else? I assume it's meant to be Eleanor, isn't it? Now they're both sort of trapped on the other side. Say it again. Sound design in this is really nice. Is he on the missing? Yeah, he is. I think he is. Good spotting. Oh, interesting. Wow, beautiful environment. The snow falling in this endless building. This looks to me like a contract with the devil, but I assume what he's going to do is he's going to write a letter and get someone to come and visit the house or something and be the next victim. Is that what he's being forced to do you think? Some other hapless cop has got to come along and save him. Welcome to Lake Haven. Yeah, someone else is coming. Damn. Yeah. What an awesome little game. On that James's car. Yeah, I think it was the same model. I don't know whether it was intentional, but it was rad. It was dope. Yeah, I highly recommend this one actually. Because as I said, it was it felt like, oh, we can go and watch the actual documentary, Patterns of the Wild. That's nice to know. But it felt like something that was building off of the legacy of other beloved works of art, rather than trying to usurp that legacy. Thank you for playing Lake Haven, Chrysalis. Yeah, no, I hope if anyone out there is watching, at least keep the full thing sort of on your wish list, on your watch list. I'll certainly be playing that on my channel. Very keen to see how it unfolds. That Silent Hill reference as well, sort of that proved to me that it was really just a profoundly lovely reference, a lovely love letter to the genre as a whole, but especially to Silent Hill, which has obviously been so foundational, so inspirational for so many indie horror developers, even if they realize it or not. But this one obviously does, and it leans into that. But it asserts its own character, and it did have a couple of like well, the only rough edge actually I can think of off the top of my head is I really would have liked the combat to feel a little bit better, but there was only meant to be one an actual combat encounter in that. So I can forgive them for not like spending ages polishing a reload animation for what would be a 30-second stretch of gameplay. But otherwise, yeah, all the puzzles were really nice. I never felt truly stumped. Everything felt really natural to me. The environment was done really well. The story was really interesting. Really surreal imagery, which I liked a lot. There's obviously something deeper going on there, and its use of older that older media, that nature documentary. I was sort of that was, I think, perhaps the moment I became really taken with the game's use of um, environment and space. Just the use of a real documentary in the game gave it a really entrenched in reality kind of feel, despite all the surreal imagery that you see later, which I think is what makes it so effective. And I think that's what a lot of horror games miss is they miss those opening, establishing moments of, if not normalcy. I mean, there was still a corpse sitting on the couch, but if not normalcy, then something approaching that, a baseline that you can establish properly when you should be scared or disturbed. Which, as we've discussed, Future Cityscape, we can bring up the Callisto Protocol once again and complain about how poorly it does that setup. But this game, for a short game, which only took me just over an hour to play, it was worth every cent actually. Really really cool. I hope to see more from the developer. Um, yeah, that game will serve as a low bar for all the horror games. Yes, the Callisto Protocol will. It was one of the great disappointments of last year for me. Very, it was not good. But this one, on the other hand, I'm really excited to see how it unfolds and what happens next. I hope we get to keep playing as the cop because he was such. I think everyone in the audience as well really loved his character and his little sort of snide remarks, refusing to go in through the maybe even refusing to go in through the cow entryway was the establishing moment for this game for me, where I was like, okay, this game's got a nice writer behind it, a nice sense of humor, sort of knows, and it knew when to go into humor, and it knew when to sort of stick to the horror, to the more profound and the more surreal. Overall, highly recommended that people try this one. Um, but no, I think that'll be me for today. I was glad I was able to share this one with you all. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks to Frankaloons and Future Cityscape for being patrons and making this all possible. If you've not already, it would be appreciated to if you were able to follow me along and even become a patron yourself. That would be lovely. But for now, um, stay safe, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you. I'm glad I could give this game a platform, I guess, because I sort of only just happened to stumble on it by accident. So nice, nice to be able to share it, and I think that's what I'll do in future more and more. Just play little indie weird things, that otherwise wouldn't get seen. Um, but no, thank you. Stay safe. You're all wonderful out there, and a hydrate right at the end. Okay, thank you, Firelight62. So yeah, a concluding sip. That is, yes, it should be a new tradition. The concluding sip. Yeah, awesome. All right, see you all. Thank you.